Aloha, buhay everybody out there in the interwebs. Today I'm going to show you my quick and easy, and truly quick and easy way that I do my lobster in the actual air fryer. Okay, in the actual air fryer. I have other videos out there doing it in a oven. I have the air fryer available, and I am working with these $5 Friday lobsters. I believe they are 6 ounces. So what I'm gonna do first is I've already rinsed them, right? They're defrosted, I rinsed them. I'm gonna go take them and I'm gonna cut them right in the middle, right there. All the way to the very, very, very end, as you can tell right there. All the way to as far as you can go. Why? Because there's meat back there, right? I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. I'm trying to do it here in front of the camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and open it up gently. I'm gonna use only one side right now. And yes, it's shellfish, so it's sharp, right? I'm opening it up and you can tell it's starting to come out. The meat is starting to come out from the shell. Gonna go ahead and take it from the front and I'll go ahead and pull it. Okay, I'll go ahead and pull it all the way to that very, very end. As you can tell at the end here, there's meat down there, right? So you get all the way down to, look at how much meat is down there, all the way to the very end, okay? All the way to the very end. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and place it on top just like this. Okay, and I'll show you the final product when I get that done. But I wanted to show you that because a lot of people ask me, how do you cut it? Do you cut it from the underneath or do you cut it from the top? And I have cut it from underneath. If I'm using a Traeger and I'm smoking something, I'll put it in there because it's easier. I'm like, say if I'm outdoor camping or something like that. And yes, if it's $5 Friday, I'm going to bring lobster, right? So again, this is this technique. I'll show you how I put it in the air fryer at about around 6 to 8 minutes, and I'll watch it. And I'll show you the next step here, which is basically just rubbing olive oil on it, salt and pepper all around. And that's it, all right? And I'll put it right back on here and I'll show you the final, okay? All right, I'm gonna go and do the other 3 that I have. And again, these are $5 Friday. They're traditionally about $9, $8.99 a pound, when you're here in Northern California. Again, look at it all the way to the end, okay? Just cutting it right through the middle. All the way to the end. Pulling one side. That's okay. Okay. Split. All the way to the end. All the way to the end, right? Like that. Haven't marinated these yet, right? I'm gonna marinate them. Feeling out, making sure there's no shell. Peel it out. Take it all the way to the bottom so I can get all the way at the end. Okay, last one. All the way. All right. So I got them done. I'll rinse them. And the shell. Okay. Rinse. Can't see the rinsing, that's what I'm doing. And shell. Okay. Now what I do is I like to whiten this. You see how it's whiter? so it lays there a little bit better. A little trick there after you go ahead and marinate it. That's how you let it sit. Okay. Okay, opened it up. It sits a little bit better. Okay. Again, what am I going to put on here? I'm going to put on olive oil, which you're going to see here in the next few minutes. And then I'm going to put on salt and pepper all around. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of butter pads on there. You know, and you're going to see it. So that's basically how I prepare it. Now I'm going to go ahead and start doing the juices. Now I'm going to start doing the actual prep. So here are my ingredients. Basically olive oil. I'm going to put some ground pepper on there. And I'm going to put some kosher salt on there, right? So my very first step, of course, is to put the olive oil on, you know. And yes, I'm going to go and sprinkle it around, or excuse me, rub it all over. Pepper. How much pepper? Well, I'll show you. And again, it's going to go all around, right? This isn't the final, and I want to put some in the bottom. Pepper. A pinch of salt. Okay. What does salt do? Salt brings the flavor out. And then the final, wait, let's squeeze it all around. Just taking it all around, right? All in there. Okay. Starting to place it, almost the final placing, all around. Okay. See that V there? Just so it stays in place a little bit more. All around. All around. All right. All right, one of my last ingredients, after I did all that, after I put it in the final place, well, you know what? Let's do this. Let me show you. Well, let's go. So just sprinkling that on that top. Okay, dusting it lightly. Hopefully you can tell how much that is, you know. Just dusted it very lightly. There's smoked paprika, there's sweet paprika, all kinds. And then I'm taking my lined air fryer pan, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it in there. So hopefully you saw how I did that. This is the actual placement. I probably, you know your air fryer better. So now I'm gonna go put it in the air fryer. So hopefully those tips and tricks of how to cut it, how to go ahead and open up the shell, how to place it with that gap in the middle, and how I put it, and just the ingredients, right? Simple ingredients: olive oil, salt, pepper. Go ahead and put it all around, and then put the paprika on top at the very end. And then what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go and start my air fryer up. Okay, at the highest temperature, mine goes to 450. So I'm gonna do 450, and I'm gonna go and do it checking at about 5 minutes. And again, it depends how hot. I say 5 to 8 minutes or 6 to 8 minutes, just because of the fact, it's winter time. Is it gonna cook faster when it's, when it's hotter in your house and things like that, right? So, you make that judgment call. It's lobster. I know I said $5 Fridays, but it still costs a lot of money. You can easily overcook it, right? One of the easiest things you can do is overcook it, and I'm trying to show you how not to overcook it. So here you go. Taking that lobster, throwing it in. Go at my highest temp, because you will be broiling this. And I'll be checking it at 5 minutes. There you go. 5 minutes done, 450 in my air fryer. I'm gonna open it up and check what they look like. And wow, you see? That's almost cooked already. I'm gonna take my dabs of butter and get it on there. And I'm gonna go ahead and probe it. I'm taking I've melted down some butter. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put about 1 tablespoon of butter on each one of these. All right, you can brush it if you don't feel comfortable doing this. right? And I'm gonna go and put it back in there. And that's about a half tablespoon melted on there. So I'm gonna put it in there, 450 now. I'm gonna do the last 2 minutes. Then I'll probe it, okay? Probe it means internal temperature. 450 at 2 minutes. Remember, you should know your air fryer your way, right? So will it be exactly like that on yours? Probably not. Now I'm gonna go ahead and probe it. And I'm looking for about a 135, 140 temp. It's about 120. So I'm gonna push it up. I'm gonna do another splash of my butter. Okay. And I'm gonna go and put it in there. I'm gonna put it in there for another minute. Another minute. So 120, 125, they feel done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the middle one. I'm gonna take the middle one and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it open, okay? Take it, put it on my plate. All right, looking good, looking good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it. I'm actually gonna cut it with a butter knife so you can see how easy it is to cut. This is, and you know, I would typically go ahead and brush some butter on here. It already looks good. As you can tell, it comes right off, right? I'm taking a butter knife, cutting it right in the middle. Okay, why is it butter knife? Because I cut the butter recently. And there you go. That is done lobster. And I'll tell you right now, it's gonna taste good. All right, so you saw what I did. That was pretty straightforward, right? Not even a lot of cleaning. I went ahead and it's already on my plate. I just washed my hands. I'm gonna cut a piece off. And this is where you could actually, you taste your piece. There's 4 pieces in there. Man, that's good. All right, what I'm gonna probably do is I'm gonna probably add a little bit more. When I prepare it, I got some options, right? I can go ahead and, lobster's decent cold. I mean, room temperature, right? So if I was gonna bring some guests in there, I would probably actually make it as they're here. They always like to know. But if I didn't, I could go ahead and put this in the refrigerator and reheat it slowly, like a 250 for, let's say, 5 to 7 minutes, or cold, right? I heard people say they steamed it, all that kind of thing. I put it in the microwave once in a while, but just wanted to show you the tips and tricks that I had for cooking an easy lobster, and look for those sales.